Let me show you real quick. Because right there, that's Africa. And Africa is where I want to go. Eventually. I thought I'd do this intro to my prologue, which is basically another intro. I thought I'd do this really professionally. So I made a whole shot list. And one of the first shots I had on the list was to blast my motorcycle up this little mountainous road, which is here in Spain. So I think it's safe to say we kind of nailed that. The second I have was to take off my helmet and gaze into like nature and stuff. I'm not really sure I nailed that, but I can't be bothered anymore to put my helmet back on. But we can do some gazing. So yeah, here we go. And this is a fun segue, by the way. I've been in here for 5 weeks. I was here like a week in December. We had very clear skies in December and we could see Africa, so that was pretty dope. Yesterday and today as well, which is kind of a rare feat, but it's like, it's right there. It's right there. Africa. Yeah, because Africa, Cape Town is like the end goal. Maybe next year I want to drive from Amsterdam to Cape Town. But in order to do so, I need sponsors, I need money, so I'm starting a YouTube channel. What you're about to see is the prologue to my first YouTube series. I forgot to mention a couple of things in the sit-down interview, which you're about to see. And I want to give a little shout out to Rick and Isidore for lending me their space, Mart Kramer for lending me his lights, and my girlfriend for lending me her unwavering enthusiasm and her camera. The plan initially was to go to a place called Hel, because I figured I always wanted to go to Norway, I always wanted to drive my bike there, and I had this whole idea of going to Hel and Back and Highway to Hell and all the like the innuendos with Hell. I can't really give too much away, but we don't make it there. I just want to make sure I got the audio synced. So I'm just gonna clap you into the studio or into the interview setting with a 1, 2. I want to get on my bike in Amsterdam and drive 25,000 kilometers to Cape Town. That's the end goal. That's the ultimate. To do something I love whilst inspiring people to do the thing they love. And it could be riding a bike, could be could be walking, could be anything. I suppose my fondness of motorcycling has a origin story which isn't too dissimilar to many other motorcyclists. A lot of people have been triggered by Ewan and Charlie, the big public, the mainstream audience, and I'm one of them. I want to get on my bike in Amsterdam and drive 25,000 kilometers to Cape Town. And that's been, I think, a dream of mine for, I don't know, as long as I can remember. And these are my first steps on simulating that. First, I envisioned it doing it in an old Land Rover because I wanted to do the whole overlanding thing. But I realized the freedom and the mobility of doing it on 2 wheels by yourself is just such an amazing challenge. And these are my first steps in learning so. The thing for me personally, why I like riding a bike so much, is because it kind of takes away the hesitancy. It takes away the freedom of choice. in my personal life, I postpone decisions. This one, I think. Whether it's A or B or B or A, I push it forward, I push it forward. What if it's the wrong decision? What if it's not good enough? What if I'm not good enough? But when I start my bike and when I get on the motorcycle, like all that doubt, that hesitancy, it kind of disappears because it kind of has to. When you're traveling at 60, 70, sometimes 80 or 90 kilometers per hour on these tiny backcountry roads, and there's rock and there's gravel and there's grass, and sometimes the road is sloped, and there's a ditch here and there's trees there and there's rocks and there could be animals jumping out. You have to be like completely focused. And there's no time to second guess yourself. There's no time to doubt yourself. There's no time to think, oh, what if I do A? What if I do B? It's just, you react and you don't have time to think about it. And for me, it's like, it's almost therapeutic, where you're just like going and going and going. And as soon as I stop the bike to have some food or fly the drone or whatever, like within 5 minutes, I'm like, yeah, let's go again. Let's go again. Because it's almost addictive. So what you're about to see are my first steps in this new adventure, which I've called Bashplate, which is the sound the engine makes, obviously, and my name. For your gun, to put on the gun, is my YouTube channel. It goes like, prop, prop, prop. And I hope you'll accompany me on this journey where I learn how to solo camp, where I learn how to navigate, where I learn how to fly a drone, where I learn how to edit. Every day behind the computer editing, learning how to do these little tweaks, and realizing that the footage I brought home, well, sometimes it's just faulty, sometimes the audio isn't there, sometimes something else is wrong, where I learn how to drive off-road. All those things at the same time. It's overwhelming. It's definitely overwhelming at times. But you know, one of those things where you forget time, where time doesn't exist, where you're in this, like, the flow state, they call it. And I haven't had that in a very long time. I haven't had it that much at the jobs I used to work at. When I'm doing this, when I'm riding, when I'm editing, when I'm thinking about shots, when I'm talking to this empty room by myself, there's still doubt, but I let it be there. If I can make some money with this, that'd be awesome. But if I can inspire some people with this, that's the end goal. That's the ultimate. To do something I love whilst inspiring people to do the thing they love. And it could be riding a bike, could be could be walking, could be anything. There's a couple of things you can do to help me, and don't worry, not all of them involve money. Some do though. So the most obvious thing you can do to help me grow this channel, literally, is to subscribe to this channel. Subscribe! Any other form of engagement, whether you like it, whether you share it, whether you comment on it, whether you forward it to any of your motorcycle enthusiastic friends, also greatly helps to push the algorithm and make sure more people see the thumbnail you just clicked on. Option number 2 is called buy me a coffee, or in my case, buy me a beer or buy me some petrol. The link is on my Instagram, the link is on my YouTube channel, and I will put it in the description as well. Basically what it does is you can become a member and you can donate, and there's certain rewards tied into this. But it basically comes down to you giving me money so I can continue to do this and entertain you. on a grey, dreary February Sunday. Another way to do so is by becoming a Patreon member. Option number 3, Patreon member. The patronage. Exactly. Option number 3 is to become a Patreon member. And what you'll be able to do is watch the first episode today. So that's pretty cool. And when the first episode airs next week on February 25, you will be able to watch episode number 2. And last but not least, this also involves you spending money, but you spend it on yourself. So I have all these companies I use, and they have referral codes. So I use Uber Eats, I use Check to drive around scooters in Amsterdam. I use Epidemic Sound to add all these cool sound design underneath the videos. If you're in the market for any of such services, please use my referral code, which will give me a discount, and you get to spend money on yourself whilst also helping me. So those are the 4 ways in which you can already help me. Use my referral codes, become a Patreon member, buy me a coffee/beer, and the most obvious one, subscribe. Like, subscribe, all that stuff.